we must agree on a vision for gifted education. There are a lot of myths about gifted education. Maybe you've heard some, maybe you hold some of these ideas yourself. One of the greatest myths is the idea that gifted students are fine on their own. They don't need help. What often happens is that we focus on the average or the struggling student, leaving the gifted student as a peer tutor or an example for others. In reality, we leave this gifted student neglected because they either already know or quickly acquire what we are teaching. There's a saying in gifted education: every child has the right to learn something new every day. This is just as true for the gifted student as it is for the average student or the struggling student. So today we're going to discuss using strategies to help the gifted students in your class engage in deeper and more complex learning. And guess what? These strategies can be used for all of your students. But before I get started, I want to go over our learning objectives for today. Some of you may be aware that the National Association for Gifted Children in 2010 published a set of standards to support gifted learners. These standards address 6 areas for gifted programming: learning and development, assessment, curriculum and instruction, learning environments, programming, and professional development. Today's session focuses on a curriculum and instruction standard which states, students with gifts and talents become independent learners, independent investigators. I will introduce 2 strategies that you can use to help your students meet this standard. This is an overview. I will be going over the main components of these strategies and providing you with additional resources. I also want to extend an offer. If you are interested in learning more about these strategies or other ways to support the gifted learners in your class, I'm available for ongoing training or individual consultation. So I think we can all agree that one of the best and most effective learning strategies is to connect new learning to what we already know and do well. So in preparing for this presentation, I asked myself, what is it that teachers in our district do well? And of those things, which are already meeting the needs of our gifted learners? And here's what I found. Teachers in our district are aware that children learn differently. They use this knowledge to design lessons and engage all learning styles: kinetic, auditory, and visual. In one class I observed, the teacher did more than just incorporate doing or hands-on activities. She also added movement to the lessons. Brain breaks were used to get the students moving, which increases oxygen flow and improves focus. A brain break can be as simple as having students stand and stretch, but there are many ideas that incorporate movement with content. The teacher I observed, for example, had the students power punch their supporting evidence when discussing their essay writing. While the students were doing their own writing, I observed them still punching to